She was a former Planned Parenthood director in Iowa. Susan Thayer is her name. Her attorney, Casey Maddox, also with me. We call Planned Parenthood, has yet gotten no response to all of this. I want to welcome you, Sue, and Casey as well. You know, much has been made of the videos, and I think you were quoted saying that you can't vouch one way or the other, but you did say there were a lot of, you know, suspicious activities going on there that didn't fit Planned Parenthood's job description. Could you explain that?
Well, that's definitely true, Neil. There were many things that happened during the time that I worked there, and clearly these videos are just the latest proof that Planned Parenthood really does view women as profit centers. And I saw many reasons that why that happened, how they did that during the years that I worked there.
All right, like what? Like what were you saying? Where they would try to buy and sell?
Well,
what?
I did ask actually what they did with the aborted baby parts. For the first few years that I worked there, they simply went in the Des Moines sewer system, but eventually they started putting them in little red biohazard bags in the freezer. And I did actually ask, where did those go? Because I kind of had a feeling that that might be what they were doing with them, but I never got an answer. But one of the things that they did daily for several years while I worked there that really bothered me was Medicaid-eligible women would come into the clinic for birth control or supply, any kind of supply or service, and we were trained by our management team to coerce, really, a donation out of them. For example, birth control pills are purchased by Planned Parenthood for $2.98 a cycle, billed to the taxpayers at $35, reimbursed to Planned Parenthood for a little over $26, and then each client pays $10 per cycle. And I knew that that wasn't right to be actually billing and taking money from Medicaid-eligible women, but it was done there for many years.
Now, as her attorney, Casey, is that illegal?
I think it certainly is. It violates the Medicaid Act. You have Planned Parenthood basically taking money away from Medicaid-eligible women and billing the taxpayers for the full amount. And what you have here is you have a Planned Parenthood director who for 17 years saw false billings, Medicaid fraud. You have another report that we have that shows that in a dozen states, or a dozen instances, Planned Parenthood had failed to report the sex abuse of young girls, and another report that on those videos that shows that those videos that show Planned Parenthood haggling over baby body parts, that those videos are authentic. And enough is enough. It's time for American taxpayer dollars to be redirected toward the public health clinics that outnumber Planned Parenthood 20-1 and provide a far greater array of services than Planned Parenthood does anyway, without all the scandal.
You know, reading your background, I know you're an adoptive mom. You had more than 130, I think, foster children. Given your own personal life views and that history, why did you even want to work there?
I don't know, really. I felt like I was going to be helping women, and you know, it's a small rural community. We did only family planning. I love kids. I thought that that would be a way to meet, you know, teenagers and be more involved in the community. And, you know, for a time, a very short time there, I really felt like I was doing a good thing. But over the years and the many instances that happened, I just, it became more and more clear to me that Planned Parenthood really is not interested in women's health care.
So when these videos that everyone says is either doctored or edited or strung together, we were showing those in their whole portions on this show. Did it strike you, some of the ones that you saw, the unedited parts, as being played with?
Oh, no, I don't think they were. I mean, obviously, the Center for Medical Progress, you know, released the shorter versions of, you know, the most interesting part. But when you have upper management, Planned Parenthood physicians and administrators talking about, you know, crushing above and below the thymus to be able to get the heart, lungs, liver, the basic parts intact, that's pretty graphic. I mean, if you just take that section of it and leave all the rest out, I mean, that tells it all. And they have that over and over and over again by different doctors.
Guys, I want to thank you both on breaking news today. I just want to get your take on this because we've heard so much else. We'll have more to this.